Alright, finally I'm gonna talk about DASHCAM. Yes, this movie was off my radar so bad because I don't like these kind of movies where they holding the camera. You know the Blair Witch Project, like that and stuff like that. But my friend said it's only on about an hour and 10 minutes, and I says, well, that's a big bonus for me, you know. And I could just look away when the rushing the camera and that. But this, wow, wow, I declare this probably better than that movie. Let me explain. So, this movie is got a lot of backlash as well because of the offensive stuff what's in. Look at the offensive stuff in other movies. Did I just do a review from another movie that reached the cinemas? Exactly. So, let's get to it. So, this person, it's like an internet influencer. She's streaming in a car. Anne Hardy. Now, if you don't know who Anne Hardy is, because a lot of people don't. Somehow they don't. She's an American singer. And she does a bit of edge comedy between hand too. So, in this movie, does she fit? 110% yes. Oh my god. This movie was gross and brutal. Surprisingly, I don't know what people are bitching about. They watched the Blair Project, whatever it is, and they said it was the best movie of all time. It's an innocent girl with a dripping nose. Shit. Like, I'm glad we got something kind of this. People's complaining about the main actress is a bit of a bell end. I'm glad we have a main actress as a bit of a bell end because it makes you invest in it to see what are they going to get or what they're going to deserve and, oh, they're so annoying. I hope they get what they deserve, that kind of situation. Where if you look at the good side, hold the camera, you're just going to have dashing, running all the time, and all the time rushing and rushing and rushing and rushing. It's not going to be fun. With this, they're going to take risks. And boy, she does. Holy shit. So, where do I get started with this movie? So, it starts straight from the bat, her in the car. She's really tongue-in-cheek, offensive. Here's some more details about it. Yeah. Some people give this a 1 and 2 star. I was like, you're off your Nelly. You're off your Nelly. Now, there's some gross bits. Oh, God. It made me gag a bit, but... So, she's in the car, and she's just causing a lot of fucking mischief. Like, you see her going into this person's house with a key under the mat, wick, slapping the shit out of them and that. She's savage as well. But I want to say there is spoilers in this. I'm going to have to give spoilers in this movie. I can't give a spoiler free. I'm sorry I can't. But I would recommend watching it. I'm trying to think of that other movie. It's that guy and goes into the house. It was the same thing. That was a fucking great movie too. This is more about her. Like so. So, yeah. So you can see who Anne Hardy is for yourself. And you understand why, like, in general. So she's streaming and the chat is at the side. You see this overly toxic chat. Holy shit. Overly toxic. So, she's driving along, causing this mischief, vandalizing. It's in the COVID pandemic as well, so she's not wearing a mask. They're telling her to wear a mask, and things are flipping out. And all she has is a microphone and being savage and trying to last as long as possible. Like a prank kind of thing. Obviously, things come to a close because there's a fish shop. Like a fish restaurant, fish and chip shop restaurant. And it's closed, but the door's open. So she goes in and takes a pickle out the jar and says, give me $100. And then there's this woman that comes from the back. You'll see it in this clipper trailer. And tells the kick out. And she goes, wait. Can you take someone with you? And she says, no, first, until this loads of this fucking money. Looks like $1,000. And she takes it. So she takes this woman. It's an old woman. And before you know it, fucking gross shit starts. She basically craps herself. And you see it. She tries to take it to the bathroom. She's pissing herself on the way. So this is the gross stuff I'm talking about. And then you see it again, and you know, it's makes you gag a bit, you know. So you can just look away or skip forward on that. But it's what happens after that. So she's in the car, gets back in the car, and shit starts. Dispossession shit starts. What a roller coaster. You see a lot in an hour and 10 minutes. In this movie, you see a lot of shit go down. You do. You see the car going in the water with her, and then you see the old woman rising from the water. I'm not kidding, you see all this shit. I'm going to show you it now. Props to her. She plays this fucking great. She plays this great. And it's the only movie I've only seen her in. She plays this possessed person wonderful. No question about it. There is blood, there is gore in this. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, again, like I said about the water, but there's a fucked up scene I need to tell you about as well. Basically, the crash into another car, and it's a married couple, just married, and he's stuck into their fucking window, and the fucking car blows up. Then it shows you her at the other side. Oh my god. And then from then it goes chaos again. But you're with it like a stream all the way. All the way. Well, it turns out a little bit of a backstory. They get stuck, and there's a woman with a shotgun trying to shoot Annie. Don't know why, for a reason. And she won't explain to a friend. And it turns out that she's the mother of the child. That's an old woman. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because she sees a tattoo while she's at the toilet, just, you know. And it's the same tattoo that the little girl has on the woman's phone. Let me explain about this. So she starts to attack her, and the woman puts her arm into the car. Annie grabs hold of her arm, puts her arm through the steering wheel, turns it, and you see everything. You see the arm fucking rip off, and she's stuck. And this is Annie. This is what people will say pissed about with Annie. Annie's got a fucking microphone and saying, so how are you feeling now, you stupid bitch? And I just chuckled and laughed. This was a great different approach to these kind of movies. Instead of having the good person holding the camera and going, oh my God, and shaking all the fucking time every 20 seconds. You know, you see a dickhead. Anne Hardy is a dick. She is a dick. So the phone goes in her pocket. This woman had her arm ripped off. And you see a screensaver on her phone, like a wallpaper, of the child with the tattoo. So you're like, there's a story. Oh, hold on. But she's an old woman. How is she an old woman and she's young? Makes no sense. Well, it turns out the possession has gone into the child back, and it's turned into an old woman. Apparently. Something shit. There's a story to this? There is still some shaky bits, obviously, because you're running with the camera and stuff. I'm not going to spoil everything because I want you to watch it. If you're into that kind of situation, maybe if you don't like the camera shaking a lot, there's still a lot of camera shaking, but it's not like every fucking 20 or 30 seconds when you're hearing the noise. You know what I mean? This was absolutely chaos. So there's 2 people dead who just got married. This is Annie. She goes to her friend because he says, I've got some cigarettes from the car. She wants him to drop a beat, a singing beat. Oh, but it gets a lot worse down the time, and the thing is revealed in general because this old woman gets so possessed. You see the possession going over time is mentally crazy. There's scary, there's jump scares. This is really good, you know, because the scene where the woman has her arm ripped off, she managed to get loose and she sees the old woman who thinks it's her daughter, you know, and she just swings her arms and just fucking knocks her head off, and there's blood squirt black all over the place. There's rips, there's tears. It's insane. And there's creepy, spooky parts in this as well that you see. That's her there, but this is, you know, it gets mental right at the end, because it's revealed that, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's revealed what it is. I'm like, what the fuck? That's been inside of her? Bruh. So, and I'm not going to spoil anymore then. I only like one of these kind of movies, and I forgot the fucking name of it. It was a guy with glasses on, and he had cameras, and he went into this little shelter house. It was a comedy horror kind of thing. Guys, if you remember the name of that movie and the year, put it down in the comments below, please. That was one of the best ones. That was better than The Witch Project. This was too. The thing is, people are so sensitive these days. Yes, there's offensive, there's fucked up shit. She does fucked up shit. You can't, that's what you invest in. That's what you invest in, because you think, oh, she's going to deserve what she gets. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm glad they went with this approach rather than the good person holding the camera approach. Because even in the guy in that other movie, he was a dickhead too. That's why I liked it, you know. It's like my response is, if she annoyed you that much, just turn it off. Just turn the movie off. This movie was fantastic. Gross, make you gag. I looked away, and it's very, very rare I look away in horror movies. As for the gore, you see it up close, like, whoa, shit. And your phone goes everywhere, so you see everything too. This was crazy. This was nuts. For an hour and 10 minutes, it was a great timing. And played a great See You Next Tuesday. That made you invested, wonder what was going to happen. The scary parts were great. The old woman was fantastic. Like I just showed you, props to her. And it was just a small cast. So I'm literally going to give this, because you made me turn away, a 9.5. I know people are going to be pissed when I say that. So I just say in an unfiltered fashion, fuck you. You can't control people what they think about movies. If you basically don't like this movie, that's totally fine. It is. I enjoyed this movie. It was great. It was a good past an hour time. And it made me turn away. If you make me turn away in a horror movie, you get like 5 points up. And it was just the gross bits that made me turn away. Because it was so unsuspected. Everything's unsuspected in this movie. That's what I liked about him. If you want to make more movies like DASHCAM, I think they should make the main actor a See You Next Tuesday. It would invest a lot more. And I think that's what the Blair Witch Project should have done too. Excuse me. So, guys, what do you think of this movie? Was it great? Did you like it? Did you not? I loved it. Drop down in the comments below.